Yes, we will.
Alright. Top right side, the blue Terran player fighting teamless. He is the Terran BYUN.
And his opponent down here in the red trunks for the team in V. He is MARU.
I'm a bit bummed out still that Team NV stops using the anime girls.
Yeah.
Always gave you something to talk about at the start.
Well, it added that little air of mystery. It's like, what anime girl was this? So that you get all the people coming in and just spamming sauce in the chat.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of viewers.
Exactly. You just keep the camera on that and then people just join automatically because, oh, cute anime girls? Alright.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to do it. Either have a kitten on your logo or have like a cute anime girl. That's how you do it.
Oh.
So BYUN wasn't proxying right there, guys. He's just checking it out because he doesn't want MARU to proxy. And yeah, this should be pretty mirror for a little bit here, I think.
Yeah, it comes down to whether one of these players wants to get the aggression going early on. Otherwise, in the mid-game, very often it gets a bit stale in TVT, right? Or at least it has the potential to do so. Now, I don't think with BYUN and MARU, actually, that the potential is that high because both of them just out of their minds with the micro. So I would assume we're going to have an action-packed field game, but we'll have to wait and see. What are they saying here, Riverside? It requires some translation here.
Yeah, we should get into the Inu telling us.
I don't want to bother Inu too much. Otherwise,
Yeah.
instead of actually commentating about the game, he's just sitting there kind of typing out in English, trying to translate for us.
Yeah, he's our... Fun fact about BYUN, after winning the Asus ROG, he didn't fulfill a promise he made. Oh, no. BYUN not fulfilling his promises?
Did he promise not to win Asus ROG?
Well, he failed that promise.
Yeah. It's a weird one. Weird thing to promise.
Yeah. Very weird. Now, BYUN's going for a bit of a more aggressive strategy here. He's just got those Reapers and the Hellions. He should be moving across pretty soon. MARU, a little bit different. Just going to be getting that reactor down so that he can start his marine production a lot sooner. And you know, there is a pretty good chance that we do see MARU go for mech in at least one of these games, possibly, maybe.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, definitely. I would like to see whether or not MARU is still utilizing the very, very heavy Raven style, or if he's kind of skipped by that at this point. Can you see the history again? I put it up there on the screen for a little bit. Alright, as soon as this... You know what? We got a bit of time, don't we? Alright, so this is where we started. Oh, wait. Is this the start? Or is this the start? I don't know what the start is. Is the bottom of the chat log the start? Or the top?
I think it's the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know. What is that, F11? Yeah, the bottom's the start.
Alright, get Riverside, our in-house translator on the case.
Yeah, and I mean, going on in the game, we do see a Hellion coming in. That's going to get picked away by a siege tank here. MARU going to be getting a Raven off the back of this. That's a bit more of a safer choice. But here we go. BYUN's going to be the first one to move out with a very committed siege tank push.
This chat between the two is kind of funny. MARU like, alright, I'll do this with the VOD people. So MARU's apparently saying like, what build is this? And BYUN's like, what did BYUN say? And then you started again. Rematch possible, and MARU's like, yep, I can do a rematch. And BYUN's like, please leave. And MARU's like, no, you leave.
Yeah, because the only Korean I can read is those little ha 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 marks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, already this is pretty decent for BYUN. MARU is going to be able to push his way forward, so BYUN's not going to overextend here, but MARU on the chase a little bit. BYUN's just going to back off.
All right. Yeah, and this is kind of the stalemate situations you sometimes have with TVT, right? It's like neither of these players can really push into one another. I guess if you have some really good positional play and catch your opponent off guard with the Ravens, that is a bit of an opportunity. But other than that, it is a difficult thing. It is quite the difficult thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It kind of feels like BYUN's a little bit further behind. I see that he has two racks up, but MARU's already got his third started, and he's pumping out these Vikings for that air control. I think he's in a really fantastic position, and it's going to be really difficult for BYUN to really get in there, like you said, without some really fantastic positioning.
All right, here we go. There's quite a couple of Ravens already available here, too, at least. Only one for BYUN. Single Marine man on the case.
This is what I was saying earlier. If BYUN wasn't paying attention for the longest time, if that one Marine killed it, that would be play of the year.
It would be, yeah. We would have to make that a play of the week highlight at least as well.
I already texted Sun Lily that Dark versus Stats game number 2, that Microbial Shroud.
Yeah, that was nuts. That is a good one.
But yeah.
Also, like Dark versus MARU as well, right? With the fungal up suddenly behind on, what was it? Was it Oxide? Oh, with the Burrow coming in from underneath, and then the Vipers coming in, everything coming from all sides. It's a beautiful engagement. Well,
yeah, and actually the siege tanks aren't up, so BYUN are going to be able to jump on this position. The shutdown on those tanks is massive. The missile turrets, though, really helping out because that's going to take some of the focus fire away. MARU gonna try and get back into this position, but he's taking some huge connections. Oh no, this is not good.
SCV's going down very quickly here. MARU, I mean, he is not holding on that easily. He's got 2 siege tanks left, but they're not in siege mode. That's making that fight very, very difficult for him. He's gonna have to pick up, dropping whenever he can. That's an awkward battle, but yeah, 10 workers going down here. MARU taking the worst end of that trade for sure. Does still have his Ravens and the Vikings, I suppose. So does he have air control? That's the one thing he has got going for himself now, right?
Yeah, and I mean, BYUN, he is one of those players that likes to keep that aggression up. He really doesn't like to come back home like this. But giving MARU a little bit of respect there, keeping the push from not starting. And also a little continuation on that chat, MARU was saying, sorry, haha, and then was asking what BYUN's build was.
Yeah. Apparently Sushi's saying here as well, they're good friends. They're playing in the upcoming Archon tournament together, and they named their team Team Injury Terran. So I like that very much as well.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And yeah, Darkness, the second that MARU loses a Reaper while he's macroing, BYUN is just gonna light him up. Yeah, here we go. MARU's gonna be trying to move in once again. He doesn't really have any siege tanks. Good pickup there by BYUN. Gonna keep those alive. Dorito Cannon gonna be coming down though, and eventually he will lose them.
Yep.
Very nice.
BYUN getting a bit too aggressive there, perhaps. MARU catching him off guard. Will be able to find that opportunity, as they are just kind of, you know, slow pace right now, taking bases. I guess BYUN is slight bit ahead on the economy here, and we'll be able to take that initiative. Just adding in more and more barracks here for BYUN. BYUN likes to go heavy on the Marines. I think MARU more so a Terran that prefers to go a bit more heavy on the tech side of things and involve more starports play a bit sooner. At least that's what I've seen from him the previous time. It was a while ago though, so wondering if that's still going to be the same. Good drop here. Yeah. Is that going to be able to achieve much? Reactors here already ripe for the taking, of course. Good interference matrix on one of the siege tanks. Another one comes off. There we go. Yeah,
Okay, this is... Yeah, this is fantastic. The Sim City of BYUN kind of working against him here. We got a small drop going into the fourth base as well. That's going to do even more damage, and MARU doesn't overextend, and that's one of the things that you see happen a lot with those kind of doom drops, is they lose all their units, and then they don't have anything to help with the counterattack. But, I mean, MARU is playing this out fantastically now.
Yeah, denying mining here on this fourth base for quite a while, and still has that threat on the right side also. Is going to just go for the third base here. That's fully exposed right now. BYUN was trying a bit of counter-aggression as well on the other side, but not finding anywhere near the amount of damage that MARU is finding right now. He'll be able to get on top of those siege tanks as well. He's trying to gun for it, but there's another siege tank behind it, making that life very difficult there for MARU.
Yeah, I mean, MARU just getting these small advantages here and there, which are really just propelling him forward. Both sides have the fourth base up and mining. A fifth is on the way as well. You know what? I can't even say who's really super far ahead at this point. Like, that's the thing, because in just a second, that could all change.
Yeah. I like
that's
MARU's
how volatile
position.
TVT is.
Just because he's starting to get those Ravens, and I know how incredibly good he is with the Ravens. But there's that big doom drop though coming in. Actually, okay, a lot of the medevacts losing their cargo along the way though, so the attack now in the main base not as scary as it could be. The siege tanks having a tough time though, setting up shop and dealing with this. Oh, a bit of a misclick there from BYUN, targeting a supply depot for a while, but corrects himself quite quickly as well. There is the Raven control for BYUN now coming in also. We'll be able to save this, but he lost... MARU lost a lot of the infrastructure here. 2 starports with the tech labs all going down.
Yeah, so that's the end of the Ravens. He still has 1 starport available, but like, he needs that for Vikings. You can't really make any more Ravens anymore. So BYUN got himself into that pretty well. He did lose quite a bit of units, but he's still ahead in terms of that army supply, though. That is the key factor, and he is just pumping out 14 Marines at a time. He's got +3 on the way as well, 2 siege tanks. His production is looking fantastic, and I'm a little worried here for MARU.
Yeah, MARU is trying to regain control of the starports battle here. And, I mean, to be fair, BYUN not going anywhere near the sky battle. It's kind of what the funky thing about these two, right? MARU very, very dedicated on the air control. BYUN absolutely couldn't give a rat's ass. You know, he's just like, all right, well, I don't really care. I'll just get more Marines. I'll get more siege tanks. That's fine with me.
He's actually not going for any upgrades on those tanks either, so they're going to lose a little bit of utility. Interesting.
Yeah. BYUN moves backwards once again.
Okay, never mind. He literally started it the second I said it.
Typical. That's just what today is, right?
It's a caster curse.
Yep.
Like, seriously.
We've been saying a lot of things though today already. But to be fair, that's the 3rd time it happened today.
It's like the 7th time that happened today.
Really?
What you talking about? But here we go. BYUN once again going to be engaging into this. Gets a couple of those siege tanks pretty quickly. Going to get a 3rd as well. He's going to split off these units. Maybe try and go for the CC, but he does have the medevacs there to pick up and get out, so he's not going to lose them. And that is the crucial part here. Although BYUN starting to look a little bit broke here when compared to MARU.
Yeah, I mean, he does have about the same amount of bases. Well, 1 more planetary here available for MARU. But, yeah, I mean, just the technological complexity of MARU's armies is going to be so much better. I think that is going to help him out a ton with later trades if we do manage to get there. Of course, there we go. Like, liberators like this, that is just absolutely beautiful to have in these types of fights. As long as the Marines are gone now, this is going to be a cleanup here for MARU, no matter how many siege tanks you have. Well done.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Maru's army supply is going up ahead. He's got full control of the skies, BYUN only just now trying to catch up by getting those additional starports. And I just don't know. Like, Maru is still playing it very defensively, and that's kind of his biggest issue. He's never really getting any counterattack damage anymore. So he's having some trouble here because BYUN is just able to remax pretty sufficiently in order to keep this game going. I think that's the biggest problem for him right now.
Yeah, 2 missile turrets are here. Is that going to be enough to kind of stop this? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's alright.
It's alright. No, not that much damage done this time around. Gets a Raven, that's good.
Yeah.
The attack on the top side also kind of being thwarted now by that tank, holding it in place. Another big drop here for BYUN, an attempt to get rid of all those siege tanks, but MARU already on the case here. A lot of Marines stimming straight ahead, and BYUN had to drop a bit prematurely, quicker than he wanted to.
Now take a look at this. BYUN had a little bit of a parade push coming across, but now he has to consolidate his forces, and you know, I feel like he's kind of underestimating some parts of Maru's defense right now, because like you said, he just had to lift. Like, he had to drop a little bit sooner. He's not able to get on top of those siege tank lines as quickly as he needs to, and honestly, he's just having a lot of issue pushing the issue, especially now with Maru finally going to be moving out with a huge air army.
Yeah, and well, there is an attempt for BYUN to also gain some air dominance here, but I mean, it could very well be too little too late. There's the interference matrices on all of the siege tanks. It's just going to be an A move right now for MARU on top of this force. Is there more still behind this? There's a little bit. There's a slight bit of stuff here for BYUN, but MARU, he is just pushing further and further forwards. We'll be able to get this command center as well. A lot of SUVs going down there. And that puts him miles ahead right now, with 2 bases actually above in the overall base count here. It's kind of funny how he just moved those SUVs as the siege tanks unsieged, but doesn't matter. All right, here we go. That is perhaps the final engagement here. BYUN trying his best. Okay, he's just going to avoid those siege tanks for the time being. Probably the right call. He forces MARU back though, so we'll be able to get a similar amount of damage dealt.
I mean, he gets the orbital command. He gets about 11 workers, so it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. But that was pretty nice because it does force MARU to come back home with a good chunk of these siege tanks, giving BYUN the chance to remax once again. And, I mean, that was fantastic for him. The problem is, like, his siege line is pretty much useless with the amount of shutdowns there is, and the Dorito cannon making it so that he can't really engage into these units.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, again here, another nice anti-armor missile. One also trying to strike to MARU's army here. But things are looking more and more dire, I would say, here for BYUN. BYUN in a bit of trouble. Still nowhere near the amount of air dominance here for him as there is available for MARU. So he's always just going to run circles in that department. And that means his siege tanks just are that much more secure, which means... well, he's on 13 siege tanks right now. BYUN only on 3, so definitely a big advantage here for MARU.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, I still think MARU's kind of got this game. It's all going to come down to the next couple of minutes because BYUN's starting to bleed out some of those units. And again, just no attempt to take air dominance, not even a Thor or two to kind of shut that down, and those Ravens are what's losing him the game. He just can't fight them at all. Although I'm loving this, like, just the fact that he's running around Maru's army. He's actually catching some nice siege tank kills there.
Yeah, I mean, some other turrets will have to be placed down. Those Marines are incredibly low on the HP, but the siege tanks for MARU also disabled here. Auto turrets really have to carry their weight. The army of MARU rotating back to this location. Did the Ravens hold on for long enough to maintain the foothold? Looks like the orbital mill may still go down. No, okay, BYUN moves backwards. Oh, no interference matrix. And okay, there we go.
Okay, what it comes down to now is the fact that MARU has close to a 2,000 mineral bank and a lot of gas starting to be mined up, so he is able to replenish these forces a little bit easier. BYUN really just broke, as he hasn't really gone above 150 for quite a bit of time. And yeah, he's still being, I mean, the supply tells the entire story.
It really does, doesn't it? And the base count as well. And just, let's take a look at the units lost count. Yep, that definitely tells the story right there as well.
Oh, so cost efficient.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Those Ravens. Alright, here we are. More engagements happening with those siege tanks kind of holding their own. Let's see, that's a big cluster of Marines though still available for BYUN. Not a real answer for this problem just quite yet. I'm surprised actually. There we go. Okay, it still has only 3 siege tanks remaining here for MARU as well. I guess this is the downside of having such a committal to the air army now. He doesn't have any liberators, so even just one would help out a ton against these siege tanks positions, but I mean, if it is just Marines here for BYUN, he's going to be able to take out the Ravens, and he's going to be able to take out the Vikings. And actually, yeah, now it's just Vikings and Ravens in this army for MARU. He doesn't have anything else. And that's not going to do well against the Marines.
Yeah, he is going for battle cruisers, which is something to say. They will have that Yamala cannon to help out, but you know what? If you just focus fire those battle cruisers down, you can kill them with the Marines. You just have to be careful of the Dorito cannon because they will absolutely melt. But, you know, he does get a base right here, which is pretty nice, but he's just not able to really replenish himself here. So every unit counts. He's going to have to hit pretty soon with this if he hopes to win this.
Okay. It's like, wait, what?
What the heck?
Oh, I'm looking at Riverside right now. Typing too quickly, probably again. Alright, BYUN. I think these are your final moments here. You gotta make it work right here, right now. If he doesn't, then that's just some bad news, Bears. Alright, good Dorito dusting. But BYUN will still be able to take this this trade right here into his favor. Where are the battle cruisers? They are floating around across the other side of the map. Another question mark. MARU's like, all right, well, I can do you for that one. All right.
I can't see that, so it's all good. MARU, are you serious?
I think Inu is going to think that he has to start translating now.
No. I'm just memeing. But, yeah, you know, BYUN is starting, like, he's doing a lot of damage here, but his production tab, 2 Marines. MARU's production tab, battle cruisers, 10 Marines.
It's a bug. He's saying it's a bug.
But I see. Let's fight fair and square.
Oh, this is good. You know, it's going all right still for BYUN. He's still managing to take out these battle cruisers. But, oh, the siege tank in the main base. I think that is enough now to hold this ground, keep his production facility safe. More battle cruisers actually from the other side here. And only a single medevac. Yeah, there we go. GG is called. Yeah, MARU takes game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Not as straightforward as you would think. That was very back and forth. I think that was the quintessential TVT. But yeah, that air control really just won MARU the game. BYUN never really able to establish a good position.
It's so good, Riverside. It's so good. We appreciate every little bit of extra info we can get from these two. It's a lot of fun after all. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that air dominance there definitely carrying him through to victory, having those upgrades on the battlecruisers especially. I feel like, you know, that extra armor and such helping out a ton. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he did make a good effort of it at that very last second, getting all that damage, but again, what can you really do?
Yep.
Now, we're going into Lightshade. Do you think one of these players is going to be a little bit more aggressive on this map, just because the rush distance is a little bit smaller?
It could happen. It could happen. I don't know. I mean, a proxy... I feel like proxies, they increase in value the longer the map is overall, but it still works very well in short maps, right? So, I don't know.
It can.
I don't know. It's It's rough to say. It's rough to say, because also if you start getting aggressive, a map like this, it becomes a lot more volatile, right? If your attack doesn't go correctly, a counter attack is a lot harder to hit. It comes in a lot quicker. You have less time for your second production cycle to kick in, so you have less setup time as well for the defenses, stuff like this. So it just becomes a lot more volatile overall.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. But yeah, we are going to be hopping into game number 2 here. Let's see if these guys can give us another great game.
Top left, blue teamless Terran. He is BYUN. Bottom right side.
He is Team Envy, MARU.
Sorry, I went autopilot. I already started the.
Oh, it's fine. I forgive you.
Good. Okay, no SCVs here, walking about, nilly-willy. I don't know. I would like to see a Reaper versus Reaper battle between BYUN and MARU as well, though. I wouldn't mind two of these guys going for the double proxy racks, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean, double proxy racks would be the funniest thing ever, especially if they were both doing it at like the same location. I have seen that before, where they do proxy at like 2 inches from each other. So that would have been funny to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to be too crazy.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Subbing Riverside to the channel. That's nice of you, Passer.
Oh, did it go through?
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but thank you so much for your help, Riverside. That's just a little gift from me to you.
Riverside's a cool guy.
But yeah, you know who else is cool? This game.
This game's a cool guy, yeah.
Yeah, this game's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old cool guy.
Exactly.
That shouldn't.
A little boy, really.
We should be careful. We should be careful with that.
A bit of a mix-up here of strategies. We have MARU already going for that command center on the low ground, of course. BYUN playing it safe, double gas opening. He's going to be the player that has to do something here aggressively. Has to try and get BYUN on the... what? No, wait. He has to get MARU on the back foot here. Get a bit of damage done there.
Yeah, meaningless joke. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love these guys. This is really funny. 1.1. Yep, it's a new build. Tears.
Inu's way of translating. It's just meaningless jokes, guys. Don't worry about it. It's nothing that spectacular.
Yeah, let's do a 1v1.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, 2v1 me, bro. Oh my goodness. I think there was actually an event a while ago, like years past. These guys did a BYUN versus U tournament where basically a bunch of people played against BYUN.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think they came up with the fact that you need like 6 or 7 people all playing on the same account to beat him.
Did it work?
It did not.
Nope. I mean, it must be quite desynchronized, right? One person's like, no, the Reaper's gotta go this way. Reaper's gotta go this way.
Oh my goodness, when Archon first came out, I tried to play a 5v5 Archon game. That
Really?
is literally a nightmare.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Why are you chat rushing me? Oh my goodness.
This is quite something. Already getting 2 kills here. BYUN, he has his own command center established on that low ground as well. So, you know what?
Wow.
Every bit of damage he's doing right now, definitely quite something. Siege tank
This is
should put an end
fantastic.
to it, though.
Yeah, but I mean, he still gets those five kills. He kills off a lot of Maru's army as well. Even Maru's laughing at that. So BYUN taking a supply lead. He's up by 10 supply, 34 to 28 workers. And I mean, Maru's gonna try and get a little bit of a counter strike going, but that's a fake medevac. That's an empty medevac.
So awkward. That is. How does this happen? How does this? Why are they still talking? They're doing more talking than actual playing right now. They must be getting tired. I think they're getting tired. They're getting it. You know, it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty late in KST right now, so you know, long day of meme and dreams.
A meme and dream.
You're good as I thought. BYUN going tank first.
Going tank first? What's this about? Did you go Cyclone first? What if I had a Banshee? What are you thinking? It's fun time. Right. Yeah. I mean,
It's a hallucination.
it's funny how like everything's going on here, and we have BYUN with a slight advantage, but because it's TVT, it's like, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it can all just end with one good fight here for MARU still, right? One good drop, one good siege tank shot, something like this, which makes I feel like TVT is one of the harder matchups to cast overall, just because of this, right? It is so volatile. It has even more. Well, I guess only ZVZ with Ling Bane. Kind of the other volatile thing there, but or maybe disruptor shots, but
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot that could go wrong right now.
yeah. But TVT just
that right?
always gets that, right? It always has the potential. You have with PvP, people cannot
does.
go into disruptors. They can go for something entirely different. They can just go pure blink. They can go zealots with archons. ZVZ, you get the roaches, mutalisk, like other things, but TVT always this just doom threat of just like, all right, well, is he gonna go for a doom drop? Am I gonna get killed at any point in time right now? Or
Yeah, and I mean, you can see MARU really respecting that. It's really rare this early in the game to see that many missile turrets in a pro player's base, so he is really expecting BYUN to go a bit crazy here.
I would as well, yeah. Rather safe than sorry. Already this Raven here gonna meet those missile turrets right off the bat as they are ready. Gonna rotate around again with that Raven, it looks like. Will not commit just quite yet.
MARU's actually a little bit out of position as well, but he does have some shutdowns available. Instead, going to go for the missile turrets. This is so bad for BYUN right now.
Yeah, BYUN getting a bit of his own medicine here, trying to get aggressive and then immediately being punished.
Yeah, that was terrible. I think that Raven... Okay, it did go home. I was worried that he actually tried to get that in.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He went back. Ooh, good look onto that siege tank. Is that gonna get picked up? Oh, no, it won't.
Ooh.
That's rough as well. BYUN here on the back foot now. He was ahead on workers and he was looking alright, but just like that, of course, one bad fight. He picked up his marines when he shouldn't have, and suddenly loses all his siege tanks.
Indeed. The one siege tank does get a nice shot off. Luckily, it does start the transformation, so that is going to be saved. But, I mean, BYUN might have to just sacrifice this position, lift up the CC, and go somewhere else to the other third base location. It looks like BYUN actually just going to go for a huge counterattack right now, and this actually has the potential to do quite a bit as MARU is retreating.
Go. All right, nice splitting there of the marines. Oh, good target fire there as well into the cluster of marines that were still more so together. A lot of SCVs going down.
Wow.
Oh, wow. MARU moving back as well now because of this passive. Whoa.
That Auto turrets. Yes, they are auto turrets, but they are also missile turrets. They shoot missiles.
Little tiny bullet
missiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, bullet missiles. But man, that was really good for BYUN because he just bought himself so much room to breathe. Killing off 13 additional workers on the back of that as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
BYUN is a madman.
Yeah, it's not out of the woodworks just quite yet, to be fair. I mean, the worker count not too far apart. His army supply, though, definitely looking rather impressive. But we've seen that happening before. A little bit of a deja vu with the movements of his army here. Let's see if we have the same situation occur as we did previously. 2 medevacs there as well. I think that is the real threat. I think he's just kind of pretending to go around here. Did he just interference matrix his own siege tank?
No, I think MARU interference did, but yeah, even with the Dorito cannon, he's able to find himself a wonderful position back here on the back of the mineral line. He actually is going to get the upgrade as well. Oh no!
There we go. Yeah, there's +2 armor not going to get completed here, and gets out of that with most of his marines as well. So. Well done indeed. Has his siege tanks now in a very, very solid position. Jeez. Marine fireworks going off right there. Ooh, good movement forwards there. Should be able to get on top of the siege tank now. And MARU is in a lot of trouble. I think BYUN may have done it. I think he may have broken his opponent here by just forcing his way in between these two bases here.
I mean, this is BYUN. BYUN is the brute force Terran. He will always try and beat you just by ramming your teeth in like that, and we saw how powerful that is. GG is called, and wow. Oh, we are on our, what, third game, number 3 of the day?
It's been a couple.
Fourth.
It's definitely been a couple. And that is out of how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Out of,
yeah.
6? 6? 1, 2, yeah, 6. Alright, yeah, sure. It's a long day. It's a long day here in Castertown. Alpha X delivering with one hell of a show today. You know what? I'm glad you're here, Pastor. My voice would have been absolutely gone if I were to have solo casted this by now.
Oh, don't worry. I've got a ventriloquist over there. My voice gave out about 3 hours ago. I got my backup ventriloquist.
Good.
Right. No. Really happy to be here with you, Kozan. You are the best caster for X. Don't tell Rushi I said that.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Rushi.
But no, this has been an amazing bunch of games.
It's a lot of great talent in Alpha X overall. That is for sure. But anyway, I appreciate it. Let's see.
You're the only one with a Team Liquid page. They deleted mine again.
Really?
Yeah.
No, Rushi also has a Liquid PD, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, but he's cheating because he was casting with you.
Ah. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I love Rushi.
He's a great guy. Yeah, I always love talking to him. Anyway, guys, here we go. Game number 3 once again. The score is tied up once more. In the bottom left side, the teamless blue Terran. He is BYUN.
And up here in the top, he is wearing red trunks for Team NV. Give it up for the young phenom, MARU Alada.
What age is MARU right now?
It's like 21, I think.
21? Okay, yeah, that's pretty young. Little young boy.
Wikipedia. Yeah, because BYUN's pushing 30 almost, I think. Okay, he's 23. MARU is. Oh. And BYUN is 27, so about a 4-year age gap.
Alright, that's good. I think this is why I like BYUN so much. Same age.
Yeah. And that's kind of the funny thing when you see like the old guard versus the new, and the new guard tries something really uppity like trying to proxy. It's like, dude, I've seen that 6 million times. I invented it. What are you doing?
Yeah, and then sometimes they come up with new stuff, right? That's also a possibility with like the Max Packs build or something like that.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of max packs, that kid is going crazy recently
Mm-hmm.
with some of those victories that he's got. Uh, I mean,
Yeah.
not to take away from this game too much, but I mean, have you seen some of the players he's been beating?
It has been quite the show recently. Yeah. I mean, he really is setting up shop to you know, have the perfect trifecta of youngsters in Europe, right? We have Clem, Rainer, and then Max Pax is going to be the Protoss to accommodate for all the 3 races. And yeah, the youngster hope, really.
Indeed, indeed. And everyone talking about IEM coming up. That Katowice going to be a very fun event to watch, as this Reaper battle is pretty fun too. Those Reapers so low, but I think BYUN just barely going to etch his way out there. Wow! Oh my god.
Tough love there for for MARU. Jones is like, ha! That's my age and experience coming to shine through. Yeah, a bit of a fortunate one there, of course. It really did look like they were going to shoot each other at the same time, but it's a hard thing to make.
Yeah, a fun fact is most units actually have a random delay in their animation, so you could get the perfect engagement and still have a little issue with getting that one little bit of damage. The only unit that didn't have it was the Cyclone back when it was like a Speedy Boy.
Really? That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, but it's only like 0.07 of a second, but it's still pretty cool to see.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Let's get that other Hellion here as well.
Finally, the base comes up.
It's a weird fight so far, isn't it?
Really scrappy, I gotta say. I thought I was watching North America games here for a second.
Right, continuing onwards with the banter.
MARU is complaining because he lost his Reaper. You know what? I would complain about losing that Reaper too.
Yeah. Yeah, that felt like a little bit silly right there.
Yeah, everyone in the chat's talking about IEM as well. MARU is already qualified for the main event. BYUN still has to qualify through the round of 36.
That was microing.
I was microing.
Oh, what's this coming in? Ooh, it's a bit of a drop.
Ooh, nice.
Right.
I mean, really good on BYUN to not tank up his units. Never mind. There you go. The wall up. Now he's gonna lose quite a bit.
Couple more shots. It's getting quite
Wow.
the painful occurrence here. Trying to get out with one Hellion. Not sure if that's worth it, but busy with the Widowmine and the Marines in his own base as well. Only losing 2 workers there. That is very impressive. That's the Raven here. Also can throw down the other turrets. There it goes.
Oh, BYUN actually giving MARU some life advice as well. Don't live like that. Oh, that's really sweet.
So I'm late on my infrastructure macro. Ah, I see.
All right. So I think finally we have reached a little bit of normalcy in this game. BYUN kind of moving out a little bit with his forces, but I think that's just kind of to see if he can catch MARU out of position. Yeah.
This is
interesting
this is a good
stuff.
spot here for BYUN to, or sorry, for MARU to be. I'm just looking at the chat right now, waiting for Riverside to give us the next update. This is really just Riverside's show right now instead of. It's not of anything
Yeah, because
else.
of Sigh. So greedy. Yeah, it's more interesting for the chat because we know how this game is going, but the chat is where the spiciness is happening. I feel like this is kind of teacher meets the student, and the student is starting to best him a little bit. So that's kind of the vibes I get off with their chat. It's really cool, really fun.
So far, BYUN still doing all right as well, though, right? I mean, Did take quite a hit there, though, to be fair. 14 workers. But he's still in this, right? TVT. TVT Palooza. Everything can happen. Medevac suddenly with 2 siege tanks get sniped, and it's GG, you know? Or 2 siege tanks get interference matrixed, and it's GG. Alright, well, that could be the case as well, actually.
Yeah, MARU just finding the perfect position right now. He's kept his Ravens alive, and now he's just got full range of this. BYUN desperately trying to get a couple of Vikings out to save himself. But, okay. Little Raven drop right here. MARU not going to be paying attention to that, so he's actually going to lose a bit there. Wow, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
A lot of workers killed, but of course this is the main deal. If he doesn't hold his own on the front door, then doesn't matter how many workers he does get slain. Oh, this is rough. Okay, all the Marines a bit too far forwards. 18 SCVs. Look at the bodies. Oh, what a bloodbath right there.
It hit the floor. The Raven's still doing a little bit here, but it's more just a nuisance than anything. As MARU going to be pressing his way forward. As one siege tank will go down, which is nice, but I mean, there's just so much here. Not really too much you could do here as BYUN.
He's got air control, right? So maybe a single Liberator here would be enough to push this backwards. It's funny how I say air control. He has 1 Viking. He has 1 Viking. He has air dominance right now.
He's like the only guy with a slingshot at camp.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Like you said, a Liberator on the way. The Raven should be coming home, but it doesn't really have any... I mean, he's done some good damage, so he's actually still relatively equal in terms of that supply, and he does clean this up nicely. But, yeah. I mean, just looking at the production here, MARU 5 workers at a time. He's got Stim on the way, and I mean, BYUN really going to be struggling for a bit. He has to play it a bit more passive.
Don't often see the 3rd base being the place that's oversaturated in comparison to the other bases, but I guess he had to run away a couple of times there. But yeah, MARU being able to mine from that 3rd base for quite a while there before the 3rd base for BYUN was allowed to go anywhere in particular. So definitely gaining that upper hand. Looking at the income advantage, I thought it would be a bigger spike there for MARU than it is right now. It's actually going into favor for BYUN here a little bit, so that is quite interesting.
You can kind of tell when those mules start to drop, essentially. But yeah, we've equaled out a little bit. BYUN's still below 100 supply though, and that's kind of a big story right now. Here we go, the Liberator though. Gonna get shut down, but
oh. That's rough.
Okay. Yeah, so once again, we've kind of equalized into this stage of the game. Both players are just going to stay back and kind of power up. I think MARU wants to go for a bit more of that air control, but it's actually BYUN who's going to be ahead in that regard for a while.
Yeah, for a little bit here, maybe. I mean, MARU is the one that always likes to gain that air control, though, so I would assume he's going to be able to achieve that better. But is he going to try to let the game go to such a point? Or is he going to try to just deny that 3rd base again? I mean, if he denies the 3rd base or mining off of even the natural or somewhere else, right? That could be enough for him to win the game here, because BYUN already taken a couple of hits. Taking a couple more hits here can be catastrophic.
Indeed. That armor is actually pretty exposed as well. So you got to save the lockdowns. Get the siege tanks in position to deal with it. MARU gonna back off for the meantime, but you know, this threat is just always here for BYUN now.
Ooh, careful! Ooh. Don't want to lose those siege tanks. Nice pickoff there by BYUN. Look at that, getting through the siege tanks and just kind of getting the heck out of there again. Good trade.
Oh,
I think we all know what that means.
Lil.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this game.
It's been such a long day already. And now these guys are just doing a long TVT. Just going at it. Tit for tat. It's gonna be a long one. Dark is just watching this as well, most likely, right? He's just waiting for this to be done, and he's like, oh, these idiots just continuously talking.
He's just like, shut up and play.
Just finish it. Jeez.
Yeah, but you know, I don't hate BYUN's position anymore. Like, he's still being threatened by these siege tanks, but he still has that air control. He's got the Raven count nice and high. The one thing he doesn't have, any healing. So anytime he stims, they're not gonna be healed anytime soon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, he's got 2 medeffects now, but there's still a very limited amount of healing.
And here we go. MARU gonna jump up on the high ground.
No radar tower for you today, sir. At least not in this position. Both bases for both these players have been established as well, around the same time, so... I mean, funnily enough, it's still all quite so playful for both these players, right? I mean, I'm trying to look around for a real clear advantage, but the longer this keeps going, the more I'm like, yeah, you know what, this is doable for both these players. A bit more of resources lost there for BYUN, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
change on a dime as well.
Yeah, but I mean, MARU, he does have that 200 maxed out supply now, so that's going to be his best bet. BYUN, though, going to be coming around the backside of that. He's also got the siege tanks in the front. Oh no, those siege tanks are about to run into his the army, but good Dorito cannons there, going to make sure that those siege tanks do not get their shots off. And BYUN actually going to start winning this fight. He's just going to land the Vikings as well to clean things up, so MARU's supply plummeting. The problem is BYUN doesn't have enough to push. That was an equal trade.
Wow, that anti-armor missile there was massive. That was humongous. And now BYUN here just kind of on the back foot again, together with MARU, I suppose, as well. Alright, well, another base coming up.
Okay. What would happen if this turns into just like an hour game? Dark will probably have fallen asleep already.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dark's gonna have to put himself a cup of coffee here, so he can stay awake.
And you know what? At this point, not coffee. You need like a 10-hour energy drink.
You need the hard stuff.
Yeah. He's probably calling like a late night coffee shop. He's like, I don't care what time it is. Get it here now. I need it.
And make it a double.
Triple.
Yeah, it's a good thing, Parting isn't waiting. At this time, he, probably would be drinking quite heavily. And then all of a sudden, he seemed pretty normal at the first couple of games. And then after a while, it's like, so what is he doing? Why is he yelling this much? Why is everything he says capitalized? What's going on here?
Why does he sound so angry?
Riverside trying to translate, and he's like, I just don't know anymore what he's trying to say. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
Too many typos.
Also said he regrets not experiencing school life. Yeah, I mean, these players, some of them did start very, very young. So they didn't get to live out their childhood dream of being a kid. But you know what, MARU, a little bit of a counterattack going on for him. He's going to get about 10 worker kills there, and BYUN's actually going to back off for the time being.
What happened?
Ooh, he almost lost the base.
Crazy. Getting distracted myself.
Yeah, just so many good stories. I mean, these players just giving us a story to tell.
Are we skipping out of school entirely? Must have been to some type of school, right?
Basically, a lot of these players started when they were in middle school, so they dropped out of school to attend like esports camps to be good.
Like high school kind of thing?
I think so.
Right.
Like a kind of like a sports academy.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, that's back when it was like really strict, really stressful to be a Korean StarCraft 2 player, because Kespa kind of.
To be fair, like all the kids at those types of schools all wish they could be in MARU's shoes though as well. Just being like, man, if only I was a pro gamer, I wouldn't have to do homework and I wouldn't have to do algebra or biology, this type of stuff.
That is true, but the thing is, we see all these pro players starting to go to school after their time is done. I think even like Polt was has a master's in chemical engineering or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you still got to be a little bit smart to get this done. It looks like BYUN just going to try and pull MARU back. He's lost the air control for quite a bit of time, but if he can get a kill on a base here with these units, they would be worth it. Actually, no, he's just going to hang out. Ooh, the potential for a surround here is nice.
I'm just waiting for the fireworks to start. It's like already New Year. As soon as those siege tanks start shooting, bodies will fly and we'll get a bit of nice red fireworks here.
Alright, one little pot shot.
It's not really what I'm looking for, but
We'll take it for the time being.
That's a good start. Oh, no, not the siege tanks. Oh, the siege tanks all exposed right now. That is quite rough. I'm surprised that MARU left them be there on their own for that long, actually. The Marines all rotating around to the other side, wondering where they're supposed to be going, and now going to lose a base here. Potentially another base behind this, of course. That is also still exposed. There's a planetary fortress. I don't know if BYUN knows about it. Okay, he doesn't know about it, so maybe he's not going to press his luck into that base. We'll move into the natural.
As long as he can keep this position, it's pretty nice for him. He's also denying mining at that top location, so that's going to help out quite a bit as well. That income going to start to falter for MARU a bit. And yeah, he's keeping a good eye on this position. He's not overextending, and he's got to be really careful with those Dorito cannons. But here we go. MARU going to be trying to clean this up, but so much orange. It is like a Cheeto puff here.
Okay, I think MARU's got it here right now. At least this fight will go into his favor. That means BYUN will be able to move backwards, try to kind of recalibrate his forces, get everything back in order. He's got a couple of siege tanks here, saving the day for the time being. But there's a lot of Ravens there, but MARU not yet pressing his advantage right here now. It's not that big of an advantage anyway, right?
I mean, he's got about half the army supply, and he is going to keep the air control for quite a bit. I like how BYUN is kind of just backing off, trying to force MARU into a bad position. The problem is, again, you're not going to be able to contend with that air army. You don't have any heals with this, so MARU's just going to be able to push his way forward, and we're going to get a Dark versus MARU rematch here.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be a best of 5 as well. Man, that was a really cool series we saw there. I'm not opposed to it at all. To be fair, Dark versus BYUN also was pretty darn impressive. But MARU here showing that, you know what, the old guard, not that impressive. Although, you know what, he definitely made it quite the show. Made it very close here. In the end, MARU looking like he may be the victor here.
Yeah, as this base falls, there's not really that much income left. Kind of relying on the mules here to help him a little bit. We do see a small contingent of forces going to try and shut down the top location, but every unit counts for BYUN right now, as MARU is maxed out once again.
Yeah, MARU actually moving backwards with his entire army. I guess it makes sense in a way. Right, BYUN just trying to buy himself some time, but I guess he doesn't have to move everything back, but
You know, he does have those additional starports right now. If he could get that back into the air control, that might be his way back into it, but again, that's a really big if he can get it back.
I mean, there's 10 Ravens right now for MARU and 12 Vikings. As opposed to the 4 Vikings and a single Raven. It's a good anti-armor missile, but look at all those interference matrices. That is ridiculous. That's it. GG.
That's done.
MARU takes it.
GG is called.
That's right.
Beautiful,
late game
beautiful.
TVT. Definitely MARU's territory. As Art Chat is saying there. Well done. Well done indeed.